Okay, so in this video, we're gonna create a table and we're gonna cover the table with a tablecloth. So let's get started. First of all, um, we can see this default cube. We're not gonna delete this cube. We're gonna transform this cube into a table. So first of all, let's go to front view. Before we go to front view, let's scale it. Okay, better go to front view by pressing 1 on number pad, and I'm gonna press S to scale and Z for Z axis or Z axis, whatever you call it. And I'm gonna drag your mouse and make it thin like this and click. Zoom in by scrolling your scroll wheel. And now we're gonna grab by pressing G and again Z axis so that it just moves up and down, not right or left. And up here we're gonna stop and we're gonna click. So here is the top part of the table. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to edit mode. Okay, and on edit mode what we're gonna do is Control R for cut loop or loop edge, whatever you call it. So when we see this yellow line, just scroll with your scroll wheel, scroll up, okay, not down. If you scroll down, it's gonna decrease the number of the edge loop. You're gonna scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, and then stop here, just double click, okay? And then again, Control R. Now you're gonna see this yellow line here on the other angle, other side, whatever we call it. And again, scroll up, up, up. Once you're happy with the result, just click and again click. So basically, we're gonna create squares, small squares. It's not perfect right now, so let's press Control Z and Control R again, and we're gonna make it square. Okay, click and then click. Now I think the small squares are actually squares, not rectangles. Okay, so click away, and now we're gonna click the scroll wheel and then scroll like this, and we can see the bottom part of the table here. Now I'm going to choose this selection mode, which is face selection mode. Click here. Now instead of selecting the vertices, it will select the faces, okay, the small squares. Okay, so I'm going to select this face and then hold the shift key and select this one, and this one, holding the shift key. So I'm selecting the four corners of the bottom part of the table. Now I'm gonna go to front view again by pressing 1 on the number pad, and I'm gonna press E for extrude, and then I'm gonna come down here. If it goes left and right, just press Z so that it just goes up and down. And then again, and when it's like when it just touches the right line, just stop there, and to do that just click your mouse. Okay, now if you see this, you'll already have a table. Okay, I'm gonna go one step further by selecting this face here and then holding the shift and control keys, click on this corner, so it selects all the faces of the top part of the table. After that, I'm gonna press E to extrude, and without dragging it. I'm going to just press enter, and then I'm going to press S to scale and drag a little bit, not too much, and then click. Okay. Again, I'm going to press E to extrude. I'm going to drag it up like this and then enter or click. If your extrude is just going here and there, just press Z so that it goes only up and down. Click. Okay, now click away. The selection. So here's the table ready. Okay, now go to object mode. So the table is ready. If you go to this material preview mode here, you can see we have now a white table. So we can change the color by going to material properties here and change the base color. Okay, choose the base color here and click on these colors. Okay, so whenever you're happy with the color, just leave it, and or you can click on the base color here. So we have this table with this kind of orange color. What you can do is, having this table selected, you can go to edit mode, and again with the selection face selection mode active, click on this face and hold the shift and control key, just click on the other side. Okay, so the whole all the faces on one row is selected. Holding the shift key, not control, click here. Now control and shift together and then click here. Again, holding the shift key, click here, and with shift and control key, click here. Again, holding the shift key here and then control and shift and click here. So we have selected all the faces here, and what we can do is now click on plus and click on new. So now we're adding a new material, and we can change the base color here, something like this. And once we are okay with the color, we're going to click on assign. So this is going to assign the color on the selected part. If we go back to object mode, this is the color we get. We can again go to edit mode, and what we can now do is select this face, and then again holding the shift and control keys, select here, and now all the faces on the tabletop is selected. Now once again go to plus sign here, new, and then we're gonna change the base color to something like this, and we're gonna of course click on assign. Now if you come to object mode, you can see we have this table here. So we are done with the table. Now we're gonna go to the cloth. Okay, so first we're gonna go to add mesh and plane. This will be our cloth. So first of all, I will press S and then drag like this to make it a bit bigger than the size of the table. Okay, and what I'm going to do is again press S and then this time press X so that it just scales up on the X-axis only. Once I'm happy with that, just click and then Having that plane selected, I'm going to go to edit mode. Okay. Let's do this before going to edit mode. On object mode, what you can do is select the plane and grab by pressing G and then Z axis, and we're going to come up here. Now go to edit mode, and now we're ready to edit the plane here. So what we're going to do is press Ctrl R again and scroll up. We're gonna do this. So I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna click it again. Click again. Ctrl R. Once we see this yellow line, we scroll up. Once we get the square, click, and then again click. So now what I'm going to do is go to select and checker deselect. Sorry. First, I'm going to press A to select all. I'm going to go to select and then checker deselect. So it selects like in kind of check. Oh, sorry. First of all, I'm gonna go to this face selection mode. Sorry about that. I was on edge selection. I don't know when I did that. So press A to select all, go to select and checker deselect. Okay. Now what it does is, since I have done checker deselect, I'm gonna go to plus sign, new, and then add a new material, and they change the base color to, okay, actually I'm not going to change the base color. I'm going to keep it white, and I'm going to press plus, new. Now it's going to be a different color. Change the base color, maybe red color. And this time I'm going to click on assign, so that it's going to assign the color on the selected faces. Okay, if you come back to object mode, we have this thing here. Okay, so now we have done the kind of designing of this cloth. What we can do is select the cloth and go to edit mode. We can press A to select all and right click and subdivide. So it's not going to change the color of the cloth, but it's subdividing because we need to make the cloth look smoother when we are going to animate it. Okay, so let's go to object mode, and what we're going to do is we're going to this physics properties. Having the cloth selected, we're going to physics properties, and we're going to choose cloth. Okay, and we're going to go down here and we're going to go to collisions, and we're going to check the self collisions. Okay, if you don't click on self collisions, this is going to look like cloth, but still like it will like get entangled with its own texture, something like that. I'm not able to explain to you, but it won't look like real cloth. Okay, especially the creases or the folds. Okay, after that we're going to click on the table, and on the physics properties we're going to choose collision. Okay, now if you play this here, or if you click on your space bar is going to show the collision here. Okay. So once we're happy with the point where it just settles down, just press spacebar, and now you can see we are here with the tablecloth on the table. We can now go to the render preview mode, and you can see that we have this cloth. Oh, so by the way, you can click on the cloth and then right click and shade smooth. It's gonna look smooth. Okay, here we are. We can add one more thing. We can go to add mesh and plane and scale it like this. Okay. Okay. So this is the cloth on table. Okay. So depending on your render engine, it's gonna look good or bad, better or worse than this. But the idea here is to give you the information on how to make this cloth on table. Here I'm choosing Eevee, and for Eevee we have certain settings to be done so that the shadows look better. Okay, so just turning on some of these settings. Okay. Okay, anyways, here is the table with a tablecloth on it. I might change the color of this plane, the surface on which the table is seated, or whatever we call it. Okay, so this looks nice. Okay, this looks nice. Okay, so here is our table, and if you go to render image, so this is how it looks. Okay, we have a little the problem here is we don't see the leg of the table because of the size of the cloth. So if you're not happy with the size of the cloth, you can always go to edit mode and change the size. Or you don't even need to go to the edit mode, just on object mode, just press S and then here, okay, drag and click. Okay, now if you animate, you can now see that it's gonna animate. And now, okay, and now it's better, I guess. You can see the table. Okay, like that. Okay. Let's go to render again and let's see what it looks like. Oh, right. Or you can just change the angle a little bit. going to change the lighting here. I want the lighting to be here. Okay. Now if you go to render, here is the result. So this is what I like so far. Okay. So here's the image. Okay, here is the result we have with us. This is what we got. And I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to this channel.